policy, and she is not qualified for traditional Medicaid, then she would be covered for this program.
Well, I thought that was something pregnant women would be covered under traditional Medicaid. So how is that a population that's not already covered?
Well, I'm not exactly sure exactly how that works. I would be happy to have Ms. Jones contact you as well.
Well, yeah, I think the committee needs to know, because you're talking about $11.2 million in federal Medicaid matching funds. Have you all already gotten that appropriation, or is it somewhere in-house, somewhere you just pull it when you have the services?
Well, the commission doesn't. The money that Medicaid expansion leverages and gets, they spend in Medicaid expansion.
So could any of that money be used for supplementing the budget and the cost for services provided in community health centers, which have recently been cut by DHS?
Theoretically, I assume I could have Ms. Jones contact you about that.
I'd like to know. I'd like to know how, I mean, you're talking about a policy, you say, that was put in place in 2000?
That's right.
And so it seems to me that laws that we've passed since 2000, including that Healthcare Independence Act of 2013 we just did, would, in essence, repeal the appropriation of these kinds of funds. Was this included in the budget for the Tobacco Settlement Commission last year in the fiscal session?
Mm-hmm.
It was 11.2.
Oh, the amount that they leveraged?
Yes.
That would stay with Medicaid expansion, not the commission.
So then that would be a DHS's budget?
That's right.
Well, I'd like for whoever to, the chair would ask our committee, I'd like to know more about that. Where do we see this? Where do we see the pulling of this kind of money in these budgets? Because going forward, I'd like to be more informed and have more disclosure from all these different pots of money we got floating around here, and all these agencies that seem to tell us things when they want to tell us and after we get out of session. So if we can get that done, appropriate information concerning these money, Medicaid expansion, you know, I'm just surprised that the Tobacco Commission is involved in Medicaid expansion.
So, finding out about the overlapping of all the programs and the money, we want to get your question answered, but so what exactly do you?
What I'm looking for is these money. We're hearing $11 million here for Medicaid expansion. We hear from DHS, they have so much money in their budget that they receive for that is identified as federal Medicaid dollars. Okay, and so the money goes somewhere. It just doesn't go to pay for private option policies. Obviously, it has in the past been used to supplement budgets of community health centers. I found in the last few weeks that their budgets have been cut by DHS's ability to cut. And I don't understand this. I want to know where do we look for this? And I think our staff ought to be able to tell us these things. I think we ought to have a general idea, because those budgets are fairly difficult to understand anyway. But it's almost like you are I mean, you're trying to find something in the dark.
Okay, I totally understand what you want now.
And I think we should expect more out of our staff in terms of, these budgets that are gonna be presented to us, how things overlap with all these agencies and all these different departments. I mean, it only makes sense, I mean, this is a part-time job as a legislator, and we pay staff full-time. We have lawyers, these agencies have lawyers, people come in here, tell us what they wanna tell us, not what we need to know to make informed decisions about policy.
So what we'll do is, in our next meeting or July meeting, we'll have staff to generate a report that gives those indicators that you're talking about, exactly where the money is going, and any other follow-up questions that you have. I think those are great questions. You make a great point that, and we need to look at it a little deeper, so
And
we'll ask staff to do that.
Right,